Since the very first bedtime, all around the world, children have known there are monsters hiding in their closets.
Morning. Yeah. Just want you to sign for you. All right.
Wow! How cool is that? And check this out. I'm here at the Monsters University Open Day at Pixar Animation Studios. I'm going behind the screens and learning how this amazing movie has been brought to life as the doors to the Monsters world open once again.
Go, Monsters, you!
Say scream!
Have you roared?
We're gonna be real scarers! I just need to ace my classes, graduate with honors, and become the greatest scarer ever.
This is where it all began. For top films like Toy Story, Up, Finding Nemo, Cars, and of course, the incredible Monsters, Inc., starring Mike Wazowski and James P. Sullivan. These guys are best mates and top scarers at Monsters Incorporated, fueling their Monster City with scream energy.
But Mike and Sully didn't always get along so well. The all-new movie is set when they first met at their scare training at Monsters University.
Wazowski, room 319. You know, your roommate is a scaring major, too.
RJ, come here, boy. Uh-oh. Whoa! That was awesome. James P. Sullivan.
Mike Wazowski. Well, now that we've been introduced...
Hey, Nigel.
Hey.
Hi. Did you get the door in the post okay?
Yes, I did. Those things are amazing. Only way to travel.
Of course. Well, here you go. This is your Monsters University handbook.
Oh, amazing. So what am I going to be learning here today?
You're going to be learning everything about Monsters University.
Great. So who am I actually going to be meeting today?
You're going to be meeting some of our animators, and they're going to show you how we do our animation, and you're going to see how we structured our Monsters University campus. You're going to have to meet Kelsey Mann. He'll teach you how to draw Mike.
This is going to be amazing. So it's like a bit of a playground here. I mean,
Yeah.
There's so much going on, isn't there?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time here, so we want to have some stuff to do on the side that makes it fun. So we have everything from like the basketball courts. We even have a foosball table. Everyone likes to get together and play.
Amazing.
And we even have our famous scooters.
So, registration done. I think it's time for my first lesson. Oh, how to tell a great story. And then, my first monster drawing lesson. Cool.
I'm here with Kelsey Mann, who is story supervisor on Monsters University. Hey, Kelsey.
Hey, how you doing?
Can you tell me a bit about what you have to do?
So I'm in the story department. Basically what we're the first people to kind of visualize the film.
Were there any funny processes that you had to go through as a team?
A lot of us are sharing offices together.
Yeah.
So you'll be like, dude, stand up and like go like this. You know, like, okay, hold it. Don't move. And then you'll draw each other. Like, cool, thanks, dude, I got it, you know? And what's really great is sometimes we'll get together all in the same room and we just draw and we try to make each other laugh. You'll see somebody do one drawing and you're like, oh, what about this? Like, oh, that's hilarious. What if he had a hat on? What if he had this?
So do you get new ideas in these sessions that then weren't in the script in the start?
Yeah, exactly. Then we'll move into the computer. So I've drawn Mike a lot, so I thought it'd be fun to show you how to draw Mike.
That'd be great.
Do you want to try that?
Yeah.
So here, we got some paper over here. Here you go. You're gonna go old school.
Old school, baby.
Yeah. Get it loosened up. When you draw, you want to be nice and loose. So I usually start at the top of the head and kind of have it balloon out a little bit. There you go. Yep, connected at the top. Great. Now Mike is not a very scary monster, so he's gonna have two little horns, like whoop, boop, right there on top.
Two little triangles.
There you go. With Mike, he's got a nice big eye, and so that's a nice big round eye. And leave some room down here for his mouth. Nice big smile right underneath his eye there. We need to get his legs now. And his legs are kind of two lines that kind of come down.
Okay.
Yeah, and then his feet, I just have really fun with it. 3 little toes.
1, 2.
Yeah,
3.
yeah. And then let's get a little arm on the side there, so a little triangle. And then let's do 3 little fingers on the side right there. Just like the feet. Yeah, exactly. And then let's have them like waving at us. So yeah, we want to have a nice big thumb on the inside there, coming in towards him. Yeah, and then you use 3 fingers. So 1, 2, 3.
Mike, baby.
There it is. Looks good.
There it is.
Looks good.
I'm pleased with that.
That looks awesome, man. Now I just have to do that 227,000 more times. And
give me a minute.
You know, yeah.
Did you know Kelsey and his team drew over 100,000 storyboards for Monsters University, more than any other Pixar film? Anyway, I've learned a bit about how to use sketches to build a story. What's next? Let's find out how to add colour, light, and background.
I'm here with Robert Kondo, who's involved in monsterizing. I know. What is monsterizing?
So monsterizing is the way we stylize our buildings for the monster world.
Okay.
We try to put on an architect's cap and design it for monsters, solve problems that monsters would have.
So you take a building that we would see every day and arrange it for the monster world.
Right. So some of the problems we might face are things like the scale. Monsters come in all sorts of different sizes, big and small, and so it's important for us to design the buildings for those different size monsters. And here you can see Mike and Sully in front of this door at the Scare School.
Yeah, you've got the small, and then I suppose that would open as a full door as well.
Yeah, absolutely. In this film, we get to see monsters that fly. So we created these little perches up on top where flying monsters could land and walk into the top floor. And we've even hidden all throughout, which is a fun detail for us to design, was hidden faces. Here's the Scare School, and you can see that the dormer windows on the dome are eyeballs.
Eyes, yeah.
And the door down below is actually a mouth.
Monsters University is a very colourful film. How do you use the colours and the light to tell your story?
We carefully picked different colors for different fraternities and sororities. Uzma Kappa in particular is green. We wanted to make sure it was Mike's team.
Behold, my brothers of Uzma Kappa!
We also have this fun thing where Mike is coming in and out of light. There's actually this idea that monsters like to scare in the dark. Things happen that actually put Mike and Sully into a position of having to step into this light. And this is where we're using light to really be a scary thing for them.
You don't notice that while you're watching the film about, okay, if it's a good thing that's going on in their life, maybe they need light. And if it's something that's more daunting, it's dark. It's amazing. I've got lots to learn.
Hello? Fellas?
Do you pledge your souls to the Uzma Kappa Brotherhood?
Will you take the sacred oath of the snow?
They're crying out loud.
Sweetie, turn the lights on while you're down here. You're going to ruin your eyes.
This movie is set when Mike and Sully are a fresh-faced 18 years old, and the team here have created a whole university of new monsters to join the younger-looking Mike and Sully.
I'm here with Ricky and Jason. You guys work a lot with the characters. Can you tell me what you do?
Well, these are the returning characters. We have Mike, Sully, and Randall. And the challenging thing about Mike is that how do you make an eyeball 18 years old?
Some of the changes that we made are you put on weight as you're older, so we made him skinnier. We made his legs and arms longer, made his hands and feet large, like maybe like a puppy. But even with all that done, if you don't have a direct comparison, it wasn't absolutely clear. With Mike, we end up giving him braces when he's younger and a retainer when he's older.
Nice.
So we did the same thing with Sully, skinning him up, saturated his color. His horns are blunter and shorter.
It's not till you see them together that you realize how much they've changed.
That's a perfect transition to Randall, where if you don't have the A-B comparison,
you probably wouldn't
you
realize.
can't tell it. So our big visual hook was adding the glasses to him. When he takes them off, you see the squint. This is Terry and Terry Perry.
Hello, I'm Terry with a Y.
And I'm Terry with an I. I'm a dance major.
And I'm not.
You know, siblings can get under your skin more than any other person in our lives, but so with that in mind, we put them in the same body.
5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, turn! And turn. Why didn't you turn?
Because we never agreed to do this.
You said this was gonna be cool.
No one said this was gonna be cool.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Now you're embarrassed.
Yes, because it's in front of people.
You should wake up embarrassed.
Hey! I'm Art!
This guy, I loved him.
He's a new age philosophy major.
Thought you might like to keep a dream journal.
You know, in school, there's some classmate that you just don't know much about. They're a mystery. Does this guy even have a last name? He doesn't have a last name. His name is just Art.
Excited to live with you and laugh with you and cry with you.
Don Carlton, amazing guy.
The bat wing mustache is one of the coolest things on him. And he has this great little magic pocket where he has all his little business cards and he can show it to people.
Oh, hey there. Want to join Who's McCappa?
We have cake.
And you got Scott Squishy Squibbles.
Mom, we're doing an initiation.
We knew that Squishy was underdeveloped as a person, or a monster, I should say. So we looked immediately at gummy candies and
Ate a lot of it too.
One of the biggest and most strongest characters, I'd say, is Dean Hardscrabble.
So we actually got all the designers we could all in a room, and we sat around and we tried everything we could imagine. She was a butterfly, she was a bat, she was a snake, she was based on a moth at any given time. And it wasn't until we came across this giant centipede.
The Scolopendra gigantea. We had an expert come in that deals with venomous snakes and poisonous spiders and dangerous insects. And he would handhold these things, bare hand.
Yeah.
But then when he saw we had the Scolopendra gigantea,
he licked it.
He put he put on these thick leather gloves. He had long metal tongs, and he basically said, "This thing is so dangerous that if you get bitten,
there's no hope.
You will not die, but you will wish for death." See, Hardscrabble.
I should hope you're all properly inspired.
Coming up in part 2, I'm going to be perfecting the perfect monster roar in Scare School.